Hi, you guys. I'm Jacqueline Gibson from CJC 111, Miss Tracy Etheridge, and I will be here today talking to you guys about Japan criminal justice system. The background will include art, language, Buddhism, Confucianism. The capital is Tokyo. Population of Japan is home to about 126,672,000 people. Yamato Japanese ethnic group comprises 98.5% of the population. 99% of the population speaks Japanese as their primary language. So what it's saying is their background is basically the language they speak and their religion. And there's a lot of Japanese people that live in Japan. Background, religion, geographic, climate, economy. The religion. Most Japanese citizens participate in scenic blend of Shintoism and Buddhism. Very small minorities practice Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and Sikhism. The geographic includes more than 3,000 islands covering a total area of 377,835 square kilometers. 145,833 square miles. The climate in Japan is heavy snowfall in the winter on the northern islands of Hokkaido and rain. The economy. Japan is one of the most technology advanced societies on earth. So what that slide is saying that their religion is like Buddhism and Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, as you can see, in their geography is 3,000 islands, which means they have a lot of islands there. The climate is really snowfall in the winter, and it's rainy sometimes. And the economy is very advanced in Japan. Law enforcement in Japan. The National Police Agency administered by the National Public Safety Commission, thus ensuring that Japan's police are in a political body and free of direct central government executive control. It was founded July 1st, 1954. The headquarters are Tokyo in Japan. There are 5 types of court systems in Japan: the Supreme Court, High Court, District Court, Family Court, and Summary Court. Some of you guys may know about these courts because there are courts around here the same as the courts in Japan. The Supreme Court is the highest court in Japan. A court in Japan, a court of last resort with power or judicial review and the responsibility of the judicial, administrative, and legal training. Supreme Court is the highest court, which is basically everywhere. Supreme Court is the highest court. High Court. Some of y'all may not have heard of this and some may have, but there are 8 high courts in Japan: Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya, Hiroshima, Fukuoka, Sendai, Sapporo, and Tokushima. Excuse me if I pronounce them wrong. I'm not Japanese. But each of those courts have jurisdictions over one of 8 territories in the country, and each has a president and several high court judges. So there are more than one president, there are more than one judge, and there are more than one president. They have many in Japan. District Court. The District Court handles the first instance of most type of civil, criminal, and administrative cases, as well as coastal appeals against a final judgment of the first instance civil cases rendering by the Summary Court. Family Court were established January 1st, 1949. It has the first place jurisdiction over all disputes and conflicts among family members, as well as all related domestic affairs of legal significance, which everybody know about family court. You may have been in one before, you may have not, but it's basically where you go when you're having problems with your family or something going on with your family. You go to family court. Summary Court. Summary Court handles, in principle, civil lawsuits involving claims which do not exceed $1.4 million. Also handles civil contentious cases and demands for payments. So summary court is when someone takes a lawsuit out on you and you have to pay. That's where you go to summary court. Correction system in Japan. The correction system in Japan is very different from the correctional system in North Carolina. Japan penal system is correctly directed by the Bureau of Correction of Ministry of Justice and is subdivided into 8 headquarters. Japan has several types of correction facilities. There are 2 penitentiaries in Japan. Well, in Japan they call them penal systems. There are 2 types. They're both in Tokyo. Japan's cells and living conditions. So I just wanted y'all to get to see how Japan penal systems are. So as you can see from the 2 pictures at the bottom, the community cells can hold 6 to 12 inmates. They live in Japanese conditions. They have mats on the floors, Japanese futon, low tables. Foreign prisoners are often out, but always put in different conditions. They are provided with beds, but they are simply small. So as y'all can see, to the left is the foreign prisoners, and to the right is the community cells. This is Japan courthouse. It's very different from the courthouse in North Carolina, as y'all can see. And here's a little summary. Japan criminal system is different than ours because it's a different country, as y'all know, and they do things very different. Thank you for being a part of my presentation.